Good evening. This is Reverend Natalie Jean back with you with the Emma Curtis Hopkins Movement. Tonight we're going to talk about the truth that rocks our world. First, we need to decide what our truth is. What is the truth that we believe that God is? What is the truth that we believe in ourselves? Well, God is good. That's the main truth about God. God does not create disasters in people's lives. We create those things, but what does God really do? God can only be the good that we are seeking, the satisfaction we want in our lives. There is only greatness out there, but sometimes we think of negative thoughts and it seems to loom into our world. Now it is time to use your truth to rock your world. How are you going to do this? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to be able to have self-love. You need to be worthy and deserving of this love, but you need to feel that within yourself. Nobody has to give it to you, but you need to feel it for yourself. And once you begin to do this thing, then all things will be added unto you. But how do you get to a place where you haven't loved yourself a whole lot for many of the years? Well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is that you are going to want to look at yourself in the mirror and say that you are the best thing. You are the best thing since sliced bread. You're going to say, I am love, I am harmony, I am peace, I am love, I am all things that I am supposed to be. I cannot be denied of my good because I am one with God, and God moves with me every single day. Once we continue to do these affirmations, we don't have to deny anything. Let's not deny anything. Let's just focus on the affirmation, this truth, that we are all one connected with God, and that God moves us with us every single day. If there's any negativity that comes into our lives, we must take the responsibility of those negativities. We must go back into our mind and think about, what did I think that day? What did I say that day? Why is this moving into my life? And then when we realize and take this responsibility, then we begin to speak our truth, that there is nothing that can touch us. No person's, places, or conditions has the power to bind my spirit, is what we will say when things try to come into our lives to tell us that there is no good. But I am here to tell you that there can only be good in your life, because that is what God tells you. So how do we get to this aspect of self-love? Well, when we look into the mirror and we see God, we can only love the thing that we are seeing in the mirror. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't love God. And we are all here to love the one, you and I. We are to love the center of our being. Now, a lot of people will ask, well, how do I get to that place when I've been in a family that's been telling me I'm not worth anything? You get to that place when you start to realize it does not matter what these other people think. It matters what you think about yourself. We are not driven by other people. We are not here to be what other people want us to be. But we are here guided by the small voice within that guides us and tells us the many things that we need to do in this incarnation. Now, many people will ask me, well, there are people that do negative things and they say the voice told them to do it. But what voice are they listening to? There is a certain voice, a certain negation that will come over people and tell them to do horrible things. Now, this is a thing. These people are not in the light, so to speak. They have light within them, but they have been ruled by something that is darker, because they have not learned to have self-love. They don't know that they are worthy. They don't know that they are deserving. So they go seek out things in ways that they don't have to. They do treacherous things because that is all they understand and know. But for those of us that know the difference between light and dark, we will know that we are here guided by the light, which is God, guided by good. And when we begin to speak the truth about ourselves, wonderful things seem to happen. Now, many times people will be very negative towards us and telling us we will never amount to anything. They may say, well, this has failed. But what matters is what's going on in our consciousness. Do we know that we are the extreme intelligence? Do we know that we are the extreme wisdom that walks this earth because we are so connected to God? That is when we need to start to realize our intelligence, that we are worthy, that we are deserving. Many times people look at Emma Curtis Hopkins and look at her teachings and think, well, I don't understand that. This is so difficult. And people put that out in the universe. So a lot of people will start to think that Emma's teachings are hard. And I started to think about this the other day. We need to stop putting that out there. Emma Curtis Hopkins' teachings are not hard to understand. As Emma will tell you all the time, there is nothing but intelligence out in the universe. And when we decide to focus that there is only intelligence, there's only wisdom, there's only peace, there's only harmony in the world, this is what we will see. So when I see somebody tell me, or hear somebody tell me that, oh my gosh, this stuff is so hard, I say no. Once you set your consciousness free to understand that you are the ultimate in intelligence and wisdom, all this information will be like nothing to you. It will be like an extreme bond to you. You will understand it so well that you will move with the words that you are speaking each and every day. Let's get to that place. And then when you start speaking the truth about yourself, when you look at the mirror, you're going to say, oh, I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am love. I am peace. I am intelligence. I am wisdom. I am perfect understanding. I am perfect health. I'm whole, perfect, and complete. No persons, places, or conditions has the power to bind my spirit. I can be moved by nothing. My good is my God. I am here today in perfect freedom. There is nothing that I can't do. You need to ingrain that in your consciousness so that you know it. I don't use the word believe anymore. Don't believe it. Know it. Like it's your second skin. That these are the things that you embody. And once you know it without a doubt, because the truth doesn't change. Once you know, acknowledge that connection between you and God, then that's what it will be. That's what will come out forth. And it will be such a great moment for you. You'll be saying to yourself, why wasn't I doing this before? But you really have to believe in yourself. And you've got to see every wonderful aspects about yourself. I too at times will look at certain features on my body, so that, oh, I don't like this. And I say, no, God has created this. I love it. And if I want to perfect something on this body, then I go to the gym and I work it out. I work out 7 days a week, twice a day, and I love every minute of it. And I work with people on their bodies and everything that they want. And I work on their consciousness as well when I'm in the gym as well. So let your truth rock your world. Now, when you start speaking your truth, you will see many changes, and people are going to start questioning, are you saying, what are you saying? Sometimes you can speak your truth in the silence, but sometimes you have to be very vocal about your truth because people need to understand, and you need to be firm with your truth. Move with it, walk with it. Now, it's not just about speaking the truth. You've got to walk the walk with the truth and embody that thing that you're saying. Don't play the role of the spiritual person. Walk the walk. Speak your truth. Know the truth and admit that you are connected to God. That you are nothing but love on this universe. Remember, there is nothing that you can't do that is extremely positive in this earth. And when you decide that you are connected with the one, then somebody in the earth, somewhere else in this universe, is deciding that they are the one. And then they begin to focus on their passions, their true nature, their love, and everything around it. There is nothing that we can't do. Nothing. We can fly a plane. If we set our intelligence to say, I can pilot a plane, well, that's basically what we're going to do. If we set our intelligence to say, I am an independent, self-employed artist, a successful artist, that is what we set out to do and be. We're speaking our truth, we're setting our intentions, and we're knowing it. It's just about knowing. There's nothing to be afraid. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to be anxious about. The other day, I became anxious in a particular situation. I'm thinking, what am I doing? I am in control here. Nobody else has power over me, and I'm going to stick to that. I am going to do the many things that I need to do in the time that I need it. It will all get done. I have a project that I'm working on and I've been talking about doing. There are a bunch of little setbacks. I said, no, I'm going to focus on these things, and these things are going to get done. And you too, set your intentions. Speak your truth out loud. Say, I'm going to get this done. I am perfect intelligence. I am perfect wisdom, and it is done. And go out in the day knowing that you are God in perfection. Amen.